Hi friends, welcome to EduTab. So welcome to the part 4 of agricultural engineering. So friends, as part of this particular chapter, we saw four previous lectures. In one of the lectures, we dealt with tractors separately. We saw the types of it and its applications. Then in the other parts, we started off with understanding the basics of agricultural engineering. We came across certain terms like what is horsepower, indicated horsepower, brake horsepower, frictional horsepower, right? We also saw what is PTO, right? And then we moved forward, we saw what is farm mechanization, what are the various processes involved in it from land leveling to harvesting, right? We also saw the implements used in each of these stages. Now, we also dedicated a separate lecture to deal about the tillage implements, wherein we saw in detail about the primary as well as the secondary tillage implements. Now, in this particular chapter, we shall have a look at the other implements in detail. So, let us begin with this particular chapter. So friends, here we'll talk about the plant protection equipments. Okay, so basically, why do plants need protections? Because there are various threats to it from pests and diseases, right? And in today's world, wherein the same piece of land is used a number of times for different crops, there is a greater chance of the prevalence of various diseases and pests. Okay, so for that we need to use pesticides and fungicides. Okay, now in order to apply them, we can make use of either dusters or sprayers, right? So let us have a look at in detail regarding these sprayers and dusters, right? Okay, so first of all, sprayers, very simple. It's a machine which is basically used to apply fluids in the form of droplets. Now, this is an important point out here. You need to understand that the form which is used is that of droplets, right? You need to know that the purpose of sprayer, it is multi-purpose. We can use it to apply fungicide, to apply herbicides, insecticides, or micronutrients, okay? So you can see for a couple of purposes, it can be made use of. Next, there are types of sprays based on the volume. Okay, so this is important, friends. Now, let me just give you one point here to note that this particular chapter or part rather has nothing to explain explicitly. So, I'll be very quick in it, just leading you or just guiding you what are the important points for the examination. Plus, apart from this, there are other miscellaneous implements as well. So, I would advise you to go back to the content sheets, the last part, have a look at those. If there's any doubt, kindly let me know. So when you talk about types of spray based on volume, it is high volume spray. It has a capacity of more than 400 liters per hectare, very important, right? And there's low volume spray, 5 to 400 liters per hectare. Make note of this. There's also the third category, which is ultra low volume sprayer, okay? And it has a capacity of less than 5 liters per hectare. So this classification, please pause the video, then and there finish it off, right? Next, we saw the classification based on volume. Now the classification here is based on the mode of operation. Okay, so it can either be manually operated, it can be engine operated or airplane operated. Okay. So when you talk about manually operated sprayers, so you can have a look at the types here. You have hand atomizers type, you have stirrup pump type, there's knapsack, there's bucket, hand compression sprayer, rocket sprayer and food sprayer. So you need to memorize the examples under each category. So engine operated sprayers, there are two types. One is for power sprayer and one is knapsack mist sprayer duster. Okay, so coming to the important points of it, see, whenever you're talking about sprayers, just understand there are 2 to 3 data points that are important. Okay, one is the application range or rate rather. Okay, so you can have a look at it here. Okay, that is how many liters per hectare is used. Okay, so that is one important data point that you need to look for in each of the sprayers that we see. Okay, the other is the pressure. Okay, so basically in some of the sprayers the pump is utilized and there is a particular pressure at which the pump operates for the liquids to come out. Okay, so that pressure you need to know. Okay, so you will see that for each of the operated sprayers that we use, there is going to be a particular pressure that is given. So you need to make note of that as well, right? So let us have a look at it in the case of hand atomizer. So basically you can see from the name itself, it is more handy. It is used for home gardens and small fields. Okay, and again the application rate is given. Kindly memorize this. This is very important. Then you come to hand compression sprayer, and this is basically used for applying chemicals for field crops and lawns. Again important. Okay, again the pressure is given here and the application range is also given. So you can see that important data points have been mentioned in this particular section. Then moving forward, you have knapsack sprayer, again hand operated one. Okay, so here you can see that the pressure again varies from 3 to 12 kg per centimeter square. There's application rate which is given, and the third thing is the coverage or the capacity, right? So this is also important. So the three data points that you need to keep in mind, one is the pressure which is built inside the pump, okay, the range of it. The second one is the application rate, okay, and the third one is the capacity, okay, or you can say coverage also. So these are the three data points you need to look out for whenever you're dealing with any particular sprayer, right? Next comes the rocker sprayer. So basically this particular sprayer is used for spraying fruit trees in orchards, okay, and coconut and areca nut trees. And again the same thing friends, nothing much to explain for me here. You need to pick yourselves the important points, the pressure being given here, right, the application rate being given here. You can see 70 to 90 liters per hectare. You have the coverage or the capacity which is given, which is 1.5 hectares per day, right? Then you have foot or pedal operated sprayer. Okay, so here you can, from the name itself, you can see it is foot or pedal. Okay, and again the pressure, the application rate and the coverage, right? Very easy. Next comes the power sprayer. So again it is operated usually by using internal combustion engines, IC engine. Okay, so the adequate amount of power that is required is a 3 horsepower engine. So this is important, make note of it. Again the pressure is given 20 to 55 kg per centimeter square. This is the pressure at which this particular power sprayer operates. Next, now since we are talking about sprayers, by now you would have realized that in each of these there is a pump which is attached. Okay, there's a pressure which is built in this pump, and through the nozzles you can see that the droplets are sprayed, okay, over the crops. So here the types of pumps that are used can be either piston or plunger type. Okay, they can be rotary pump and they can be centrifugal pump as well. Now these pumps have various uses. Okay, for example, if you talk about centrifugal pump, so it works on high speed having high volume discharge. Okay, so wherever you require a larger amount of quantity to be sprayed, then you go for centrifugal pump. Okay, so you need to make note of these important characteristics of it. Then the next type of plant protection equipment, that is duster. Okay, again it also is used for applying fungicides or pesticides, but here the mode of application, that is you want it to be in the dust form. That is why the name also says duster. Okay, and it makes use of air streams, okay, to carry pesticides in finely divided dry form. Okay, so this is important. Again, there are types as well. One is the plunger type, there is knapsack type, rotary, power operated. Just keep in mind the types, no need to go into the details of each. It is not required for the examination. So friends, with this we have come to the end of this particular section or lecture. It is a very small lecture, but we just wanted to give you an idea regarding the types of plant protection equipments that exist. Now friends, apart from this, there are certain storage structures that are there, okay, and I would advise you to go back to the content sheet, have a look at it, because there is nothing for me to explain. You just need to go to that topic, have a look at the various types and the examples of it, okay, and there are certain miscellaneous equipments as well, so have a look at them also. Now with this, we are closing agricultural engineering as a chapter, and I really hope that you have found this chapter on the videos useful. And till then friends, thank you so much. Happy learning and keep revising.